night began with haunting music as darkness enveloped everything. Slowly, words appeared as if emerging from the void. Hadriana in all my dreams, a tale of love, death, and the undead. In a lively Caribbean village, the sun kissed the earth with its golden glow. The streets were alive with music, laughter, and vibrant colors. Everyone was preparing for the wedding of Hadriana Siloé, the most beautiful bride the village had ever seen. Her radiance was the pride of the day, her fiancé unable to take his eyes off her as she moved gracefully among the crowd. This was a day of joy, the kind that lingered in dreams. But as Hadriana walked toward the altar, a serene smile on her lips, she faltered. A gasp rippled through the crowd as she crumpled to the ground. The life seemed to drain from her face in an instant. Her family rushed to her, their joy turning to horror. The sound of weeping filled the air as the celebration transformed into tragedy. Days later, the village was cloaked in mourning. A white coffin, delicate and somber, was carried through the streets. Hadriana's beauty, now lifeless, was a memory etched in the hearts of her people. The priest spoke solemn words over her grave as the mourners wept. Yet even as the earth covered her resting place, the story of Hadriana Siloé was far from over. That night, shadows danced in the moonlit graveyard. Figures cloaked in darkness moved silently toward her tomb. Hands, rough and relentless, began digging into the freshly turned soil. Something unnatural stirred beneath. But Hadriana's story did not end in the ground, a voice murmured. Dark forces were at play. Under a pale moon, Hadriana awoke. Her skin was as flawless as ever, but her eyes, those once bright windows to her soul, were hollow, empty. In a trance, she wandered through the sugarcane fields, her movements slow and unnatural. Whispers spread through the village, whispers of a bride who had returned from death. They called her Zombi, a creature neither alive nor truly gone. Desperate for answers, her family sought out the Hungan, the village priest who understood the mysteries of the spirit world. He revealed the terrible truth. Hadriana's spirit had been enslaved by a Bokor, a dark sorcerer who used her as a pawn in his sinister games. Her fiancé, stricken with grief and determined to save her, followed every whisper, every rumor. Venturing deep into the forest, he passed strange symbols etched into the trees. The distant beat of drums filled the air, their rhythm a foreboding heartbeat. Shadows moved just out of sight, and the forest seemed alive with menace. The deeper he ventured, the more the air grew thick with dread. At last he arrived at the Bokor's lair, a place of flickering candles and ancient, unholy symbols. There she stood in the shadows, Hadriana, her expression a ghostly mask of longing and despair. The Bokor emerged, his voice low and menacing. "She belongs to me now," he hissed. "To free her, you must risk her soul, and your own." The ritual began, a clash of will and power. Her fiancé fought desperately, calling out to Hadriana as her body writhed in torment. Her face twisted between moments of recognition and complete blankness. He reached for her, but the line between saving her and losing her forever grew perilously thin. Just as he believed he had succeeded, Hadriana's lips parted in a faint smile. Her voice, soft and chilling, whispered, "You shouldn't have come." Her face contorted, twisting into something inhuman. She lunged at him with unnatural speed. The screen of existence faded to black as the sound of footsteps and muffled screams echoed in the air. The village was quiet once more, the sugarcane fields swaying gently in the breeze. Far in the distance, a faint figure could be seen, a bride in a tattered wedding dress, walking aimlessly, lost in time. A final whisper lingered in the air. In life she was ours, in death she is lost, forever walking in all our dreams.